Here we go. Hello there, Internet. I am your host, J-Man. Welcome back. So let's play Sailor Moon, another story we left off. We basically continued our fight, and well, right now we're trying to. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I got to set up some things. Don't worry, I'll be brief. Uh, there we go. Uh, so basically, I kind of forgot like the plot so far. Like, so in there, we escaped the pizza tower, and now we're actually preparing for the final battle against
Oh yeah, the Tower of Pisa in Italy.
Yes, because I think we were in Italy last time. Well, like they say, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. And it launches out, and it takes a flight to your stone. That's amore. It's a Mario meme. Alright, let's see. Now, as I said, I don't know if I already can't tell this way up, but we're actually very close to the end of the game. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Why, something about your
Still-
mom?
Oh, my mom, she's going to work right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, tomorrow my dog gets to sleep in my room while my dad's out.
Okay. Probably.
Oh, just in case.
That's gonna be quite hectic. Kenji? Yes, Lord J-Man, said Topham. Can you give ship, Kanade to Wega's house so that her hellhound can have something that can have a torture victim to chew on? As you wish, Lord J-Man, said Topham.
Were you talking to somebody?
My butler, Kenji.
Oh.
Remember?
Kenji, your butler. Yeah.
Yes, the priest running up another. Please, again, don't bring up that story again, said Topham. Also, something I have realized that I don't think I actually talked about on this channel before. Persona is a curse to me. The franchise. I don't know why, but every time I get involved with the Persona franchise, something bad constantly happens to me. I don't know if you know about it, Huega, but Persona is a Japanese video game RPG franchise about basically a bunch of the whole shtick is that it takes place in Japan, modern day Japan, and it focuses a lot on Japanese high school students. Well,
They all wear Japanese school uniforms.
Yeah, but as I said, but for some reason, every time I get involved with the Persona franchise in some way or another, something bad constantly happens to me. It all began, basically, it started with 2018 when I first got Persona 5 Vanilla. There's another version of Persona 5 called Persona 5 Royal, but that's another story. Persona 5 Royal. On the day I got Persona 5 Vanilla was the day I got my, was the day that the volume slider on my 3DS broke. Like, the slider on my 3DS that adjusts the volume just stopped working one day.
Are you still working on that video game?
Working on what video games?
The old Sailor Moon games?
We're doing it right now. How have you not paid?
They still got that silver crystal and all.
Yeah, like I said, we're still trying to figure out. So as I said about Persona, then around the same time, Persona 4, I had a falling out with a friend online that but I kind of question if that was a bad thing though, because this person in particular was not a very good person. Sadly, he is a real person. Well, was a real person. Emphasis on was, but out of respect for that person's family, I am not going to mention them by name. Although you might figure out who it is. And then there was Persona 3 for Golden, which came out on Steam back in 2020. Around the time that game came out was when, for one, my grandfather had died, and second, there was a girl that I kind of liked about with a relationship, which kind of started our relationship at the time. And then the one that kind of made me realize that, oh shit, I might be cursed. Persona 4 was Persona 5 Strikers. The day I got the game, my dad took me home. He then took me to a diner I like to go to, which I'm not saying the name of.
Oh, and you know, I saw some other Lego stuff back in Texas. They have the Razor Crest, the Millennium Falcon, oh, and the Avengers Tower.
Like, what's this? Where in Texas did you see this stuff?
The Lego store at the.
Oh yeah, right. You showed me that. But as I said,
the Lego Santa.
Oh yeah, you showed me that once. But as I said before, Huega, is that So when I bought Persona Strikers, my dad, he took me home. He took me to a diner I like to go to. Then he took me to. Then a copy of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories arrived in the mail. There. And then my dad went to wash his car, and when we were driving home, just as we were about to make one of the last few stops, we accidentally bumped into another car. Like, we got into a minor wreck. Nobody was hurt.
Is he alright?
Like I said, nobody was hurt, but it did leave some mental scarring on me. And then around this time, Persona 5 Royal came out on Switch, which when I did buy, I basically the curse seemingly was broken around that time. The only really bad thing happened was somebody I was hanging out with at the time in VR chat. I thought were about to disappear, but yeah, they ended up blocking me last year, and I'm mostly over it. But then the curse came back. So I told you before that there was a coworker of mine that I really, really liked to hang out, that I really, really liked, that either got fired or just quit. Back in November. You know what happened that exact same day?
What happened?
Well, the following day, Persona 5 Tactica came out.
Mm-mm.
And that's basically what I'm realizing there. And there's some issues going on right now in our state that I don't want to get too explicit into detail for at the advice of my mother. But I'm sure you'll probably connect the dots. I'm not buying Persona 3 Reload until this issue has been resolved. In that case, Rowland moved to Colorado. Also, around this time was when a YouTuber I used to look up to so much turned out to be a pretty bad person. And always was. Have I ever told you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a YouTuber named Sugar Conroy. I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching this channel is probably sick of me talking about the guy. I don't blame you, but even I don't like talking about him. But it's just that hurt me this much. Suga was a YouTuber who mainly played Nintendo games. Xenoblade, Pokemon, Paper Mario, Zelda.
Mario.
But Suga was a fairly prominent YouTuber, and for a time was like one of the YouTubers that like just nothing bad ever happened to. Until something happened. Basically, it turned out Suga has done some questionable things behind the scenes. His real name's Emil, by the way.
Oh, and I heard there's a new Star Wars series, 3rd season of The Bad Batch.
Yeah, I think you told me about that before, but
yeah, and guess who is back? Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, and
ooh, Cad Bane. I heard he's a badass.
Asajj Ventress.
Ooh, Asajj Ventress, probably one of the
Used to be a Jedi and Sith. She is one of the Dathomir witches.
So...
You know, the witches of Dathomir, the Night Sisters clan.
Okay, I don't Star Wars as much as I used to.
And I heard there are 2 female clones that looks like Jango.
How is that possible?
A young female clone named Omega.
I'm still... Last I checked, all the clones were of Jango, who was a guy.
That might be their host before they were created.
Is it a trans woman? I'm just curious because
And about the young male clone named Boba Fett.
Yes, Boba Fett, the most badass character to ever exist in Star Wars ever. Of all time.
Used to be a bad guy, but he...
Yeah, and then he proved to be the badass everybody thought he was.
But he's taking over Tatooine as the new daimyo. Well,
I mean,
that place
Jabba had been dead for some time.
That was from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, so as I kept saying before, Persona also kind of remind me like the Persona Curse was kind of remind me like a lot of the October Curse, like
October Curse.
So I brought this up before, but October, every month, the month of October, like bad things constantly happen to me. Ironically, my mom's born in October, so there's that. But
well, same thing as my mom, born in October.
By the way, our moms share the same birthday, which is a very, very hilarious coincidence.
Well, I'm sending a birthday card for your dad.
Oh yeah, right. My dad's birthday is soon. Whoops a doodle.
And it's horoscope of the month, Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
You know, talking about astrology signs.
Yeah. Wait, don't astrology signs like play a motif in Sailor Moon? Cause
yeah. You know,
like
Sailor
I mean,
Moon
all the motif about space and stuff. I am suddenly reminded of the greatest video game character to ever exist, Space Core. So as I said, Huega. Every year, like, something that had me, it used to be just on Halloween, but then started becoming like the month of October in general. But in 2015, I was like promised to go to some part like for a school field trip, but then I was like, I didn't go, end up not going, like they didn't take me. And they didn't even bother to tell me that. I was not too pleased. It might have been a blessing in disguise because there was like a bunch of, there might have been like, because like some event for kids, but to like raise money for children. Like a bit like a carnival of sorts for kids at a school whose neighborhoods might not have been the most safe. But either way, they didn't tell me. My parents were not pleased about it. My mom ended up buying me Jax 2 for PS2, like to compensate. And I got this cool post. Did something happen?
No.
Sorry, I heard something weird from my side of things, but
yeah. Oh, and there's the new Tekken video game.
Yeah, there's a new Tekken. I heard that. Apparently, I played the demo, and I saw in the background a poster for Splatterhouse.
And that character was Yoshimitsu.
Yoshimitsu, yes, the only character from... Okay, question. Is the Yoshimitsu from Tekken and Soul Calibur, like, related in some way? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, they are.
I mean...
Not really human.
I mean, are you sure he's a giant robot?
Some sort of a robot.
He's like a robot cyborg thing. We don't know what Yoshimitsu is, okay? Also, the flam. If Lee is playable, I'm buying because he is excellent. I'm sorry, I fucking love that man.
And all kinds of martial arts games.
And again, Tekkeners. I like to call the main story Keeping Up with the Mishivas. I don't know if Heihachi came back or not, but it's Tekken. Heihachi's going to come back in some way or another. But as I said, then in 2017, 2016 was where I basically kind of like my own stupidity, where basically I was like told like my Votech school almost took my 3DS privileges away, but then in anger I just walked out of the class, and I only came back to like do some food, like because my family offered me money there, and I was not allowed to bring my 3DS to school for the rest of the week. And my break was taken away from me from that day, but it wasn't that bad for me. Then I got 2017 was where my family promised I was allowed to bring up to play Mario like on Halloween there, but the problem's there. 2018, I really can't think of anything else bad that happened to me in 2018 other than I think taking out some trash that I just kind of did not want to kick out. And maybe getting into Danganronpa. That's another one. Because Danganronpa can be a curse to me, too. Then there's 20. Um.
And there's 20.
19, which well, we had to put down one of our dogs back then.
Oh, your dog.
Well, yeah, I had a dog. I don't want to say its name for personal reasons, but the dog, we had to put him down on like a day before Halloween. And it was around this time I was editing what might be one of my favorite episodes of JMod, which was JMod Dead and Loving It. Do you not remember those? I used to make Gary's Mod videos when I was alive.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, the quiz game.
No, that's You Don't Know Jack. Gary's Mod is a it's a sandbox game where you do whatever you want, I guess. And I used to make videos using Gary's Mod to like tell like a story about basically a really dumber version of myself, dumber than I normally am, where I would just basically have a roommate named Sean in like a town called Gmodville, where there's all kinds of questionable things. For one, the town is pretty much owned by a guy owned by a major corporation, Valve, to be specific. There's a mafia crime family consisting of Teletubbies. Don't ask. And then there's Thomas, who's like one of the main characters. And I remember how I joked about a character named Dr. Tomoe I joked was a guy named Thomas.
No.
Do you not remember that earlier in the LP? Okay, at some point in the story, we ran into Sailor Saturn's dad.
Dr. Tomone.
Dr. Tomone. And Dr. Tomone's sprite looked a lot like Thomas, like the character of J-Mod Thomas, who looks a lot like a character from Earthbound, who's supposed to be a character from Earthbound from Other One named Lloyd. So I'm gonna show you a picture of Lloyd, just to show you like.
Oh, show me.
Hold on. Just to show you the resemblance. There, it's been sent. Now, do you see the resemblance to him and Dr. Tomoe?
Yeah.
See, I kept telling you. So when I saw that, I even did the. You don't remember? I even did the Thomas voice in. There, but yeah, Thomas was like my favorite character to write for JMod because of how like unpredictable he could be. Basically, when me and Sean so the plot of the episode of Halloween episode was that me and Sean went to
Where'd you go?
Well, basically, we're in JMod. Sean works as a computer technician.
Oh.
I mean, he works as like a geek squad, often repairing people's computers. Basically, Dracula came in. Despite it being broad daylight, there's an explanation. Basically, Dracula brought an old like IMDb computer, IDM computer. For me and Sean to probably try and fix, but Sean didn't really know how to fix that kind of computer. Originally, for that scene, I was supposed to be a typewriter because those pretty much are the personal computers of the 1800s.
Were you great with computers?
Kind of, but as I said, Thomas.
Well, more like a science kid.
So Thomas ends up fixing the IMDb computer, but then Dracula left him behind, and that's where Sean tries to get back to him, but the guy disappeared. When he gets back to me and Sean's house, oh yeah, I should probably bring this up. Me and Sean live in the house from Breaking Bad. You ever heard of that show?
Yeah.
Basically, when I found this house like on the Steam Workshop, and I thought it was a relatively small house because I kind of wanted it to be just that, like a small house with just two guys to live in. But me and Sean live in the house. Um, but it turns out it's like a recreation of the house from Breaking Bad. So,
Oh yeah, Breaking Bad.
so basically, I want to try and find a way to give Breaking Bad fans a good laugh, and that's where I came up with a running gag where on the roof of me and Sean's house would be a pizza. A bunch of pizza. Okay, this is a reference to something that happened in the show that fans ended up like kind of taking too far. Basically, in Breaking Bad, there's like an episode of Breaking Bad. I don't remember like the context of it. Like Walter White was trying to get on his wife's good side by buying her pizza, but his wife didn't take it very well. Like, and so in a fit of rage, he threw the pizza and the pizza landed on the roof of the house. And here's something you should probably know by now: the house isn't like a vacation home of a producer or anything. This is a house some lady lived in that they let her use. But and it's not like even a set either. So people started as like a joke throwing pizza onto the roof of this house as a joke, and even the creator of the show was like, "Okay, guys, please stop." So as like a running joke, there'd be an overly large amount of pizza on me and Sean's roof. There's no explanation for it, by the way. There's no in-universe explanation. Oh yeah, and like I said, after this, I actually might start like a fun little stream to show you your reaction to it. I might do that for tomorrow or something. Like, it depends on how well things go.
So, which Pokemon seasons did you watch? I also like the Battle Frontier and
Like I said, I haven't really watched. I just prefer like the first season, like the first 5 seasons, and Gen 5 because Gen 5 was kind of. I have not watched the anime in years.
Well, the first.
All I know is that Ash is no longer the main character. Is that some other girl is? I don't know this character.
He appears only 23 seasons.
Well, like I said, I'm just not even that interested in the anime in general. But what I do know is that, like I said, Ash isn't the main character anymore.
And then I just saw Captain Pikachu.
Oh, what the heck is that?
Well, I like the other Pikachu was Ash's partner. Well, Pikachu hates going into the Pokeball.
I know,
He used to be a...
What happened?
Sorry, it's my watch. It has some sort of Siri.
Sorry.
That was my new watch.
Oof.
Well, that was from Siri. You know, female voice.
I know what Siri is. But as I said, Pokemon then I remember like there was like one episode of the Pokemon anime that never aired because of what happened of the tsunami that happened in 2011. Basically, the plot there was like a scrapped episode, and there was a episode. The plan was for it to evolve at where there was gonna be like I think like a gang war between
Gengar?
No, they had like a gang war between Team Plasma and Team Rocket, but
the bad guys.
And at the time, it's when Gen 5, when Black and White anime started, Team Rocket was a little more serious than they normally were. But in the series, like, and they had like a whole bunch of things to try and like lead up to this. But then after this earthquake happened, they just never went through with it. So
Oh, and other bad guys like Team Aqua and Team Magma. From
yes, Team
Pokemon
Magma. I'm sorry, I had to make that reference. But then
Magma.
Ash's I'm trying, but
I don't know.
oh, sorry. I was like, so then. But basically, because this episode of Pokemon never aired after the 2011 earthquake. So that's when Ash.
Oh yeah.
But
earthquake.
and as a result, all that stuff like they built up to was all for nothing, and then they end up turning Team Rocket to their more lighthearted selves, which I kind of miss. Which I kind of wish they kind of stuck with them being more serious villains, but oh well. Then there was Ash. Then there was the I can't really remember what else that happened in the Pokemon anime that time, but
well, it started in 1997.
I know. I'm trying to remember like something happened in the anime because it's been years since I last watched the Pokemon anime.
Well, yeah.
But one thing I vividly, I only know is that my friend at work really liked like the Gen 7 anime, but the only thing I kind of remember from Gen 7 was how really risque the women are in that series. Other than Luzame, I think her name's pronounced. Smash. Yeah, I liked her.
Who? The female?
There's this character named Luzame who's like I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, Luzame from the Alola region.
Yeah, that's her. People on the internet really like her. Like, a lot for questionable reasons.
She had 2 children.
Yeah,
well,
all I know is that
youngest
she's a really
daughter,
crappy
Lily.
mom. Is that she is a really shitty parent. In a franchise where 12-year-olds or 10-year-olds go out into the world by themselves without parental supervision. I had to make that joke, okay?
And they have all kinds of Pokemon badges.
And yeah, the only thing... I have not finished a Pokemon game since Gen 6. I just... Basically, when I got into Pokemon... By the time I started bringing my 3DS to school more, I started playing... getting really into Fire Emblem, which was a lot easier to play in between classes.
You like fire type.
Yes,
well,
I always go for the fire
Element
starters.
Well,
Tepig will
fire
always
is
be my
your
favorite Pokemon.
element. Well, your element is Earth.
I know,
You know.
but I've always been a fire guy.
Well, I also like water type.
Why else is my shotgun? Why else is my shotgun fire? Well, it's powered by fire magic. Oh yeah, right. Don't remember my Hitman side jobs. Basically, if you don't remember me like this, when I was in hell, when I first got here in hell to try and do more side jobs, I started using a fire shotgun that uses fire.
Oh.
Basically, the guy when I first heard about the Hitman side jobs that a lot of demons would occasionally do in Earth, I would buy the guy the shop offered me only had one weapon that I could use without causing too much damage on Earth, which is a shotgun that can only be powered by magic. And since I somehow being a fallen angel results in me using fire magic, works perfectly fine. It's more of a safety harness thing there, Because if I use fire magic out in the open, let's just say my house would. Let's just say that my castle would explode.
Well,
And I know because I felt that shotgun really, really, really a lot. Said Topham. Genji, Genji, again, don't worry. I don't use you as a target dummy anymore.
Or try to breathe fire like a dragon.
Also, I had this katana I got from a bar. And occasionally, like, throwing knives. But aside from that... and a sniper rifle. But aside from that, not much else. Also, yeah, I can't remember, like, hearing somewhere about this, like, in the Pokemon anime. Like, some weird trivia about the anime was that, originally Clefairy was supposed to be, like, the Ash's partner. And another thing was that, apparently, to my shock, I just learned this just now, I checked the TV Tropes page for what could have been, was that originally, the Pokemon anime was just supposed to last for 18 months. Like, just last till Kanto, and Ash, of course, was supposed to win the Pokemon League, which he almost never did.
He also won the champion on Orange
but,
Island.
Yeah, apparently, like, for the reason I heard why they changed Clefairy to Pikachu was because they thought at the time, they thought Pikachu would appeal more to female viewers and their moms, which, I mean, considering you like Pikachu, it worked.
Huh, Clefairy's like a fairy-type Pokemon. You know,
yeah, now that makes me wonder if they did keep Clefairy, how would they have handled that?
Well, the first one, that was Cleffa.
Yeah.
Pokemon,
Also,
yeah,
I can't remember anything else from Pokemon the anime, but I already like said this before, like that. Gen 4, I'm keep saying it now. Paul was a dick. Do you know who Paul was?
No.
Paul was
the rival.
Yeah, he was Ash's rival during Gen 5, Gen 4, and he was an asshole. Like, I remember, like, when
he was sulking, you know, he always sulks.
Yeah, but again, I think it's like maybe my opinion might change of him now, but I mean, at least Gary stopped being a dick.
Well,
I mean, at least Gary matured a lot over the time, but
he's the professor.
I can't recall Paul ever changing like that. And then there was Trip, but Trip was just like this Riku wannabe. That's basic. And like I said, Paul just ditched his Chimchar. Like, do y'all remember that? That's how Ash got Chimchar.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Again, what's it with Ash and Fire-type starters ditched by their owners?
The first one was Charmander.
Yeah, we talked about this last night. Charmander there. Brock got really pissed off, and I mentioned that Brock's actor was also the voice of Yuri from Shadow Hearts.
What about that Fire Pig Pokemon?
Fire?
From Pokemon Black and White.
Oh, Tepig? I said this before.
Tepig.
Tepig's my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, he was abandoned by his own
trainer. Like I said, he was a dick. Yeah, all right, don't worry, we're not
fire fight Pokemon.
Let's see. Again, I've loaded up the...
And the Gengar, abandoned by its owner.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the whole thing about the Team Rocket stuff being ditched kind of reminded me of what happened with the GS ball. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the gold and silver ball.
And so, I don't know if you ever remembered this, but So originally the GS ball was supposed to contain Celebi. The original plan was for it to be that it was secretly gonna contain Celebi, but
That's one of the legendary Pokemon.
yeah, I know what Celebi is, but as I said, originally it was gonna contain Celebi, but then the staff found out that. But then they found out that Celebi was going to play a role in the fourth Pokemon movie. But
oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I saw it. It was fine, I guess. But as I said, originally they were supposed to.
And what about
but then
the Pokemon Hunters?
But then, like I said, play a role in the movie. So they gave it to Kurt, that guy that ran like the. And
Oh, I've seen the fourth Pokemon movie and Suicune.
Yeah, Suicune was.
So, I've seen other legendary Pokemons like Mew and Mewtwo.
Yeah, Mewtwo was badass.
Lugia.
But as I said, originally that was supposed to be like the fourth movie was supposed to. When we found out that Celebi was going to play a major role in the fourth movie, they ended up ditching the idea. And basically they gave it to Kurt in the Gen 4. They gave it to Kurt, and the plan was that they would hope the fans would forget about it. They have not. They have been wanting for 5 years.
And some other Pokemon uses telepathy.
Yeah, I can't remember anything else that happened in the Pokemon. Like the last Pokemon game that I actually had a lot major interest in was Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Arceus?
Yeah, Legends Arceus. God. Like when he came over to my house one time, I literally showed you that game. But so as I said, the Pokemon Team Plasma something that caught me off guard was that earlier last year, fans actually found a script for the Team Rocket Team Plasma episode, which made me happy because it was like the one piece of lost media I was actually interested in. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to level up these characters to level 55 so that I could and don't forget, we're gonna try again tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna record a bit. I'm gonna record right now, and depends on if my family gets back, because my parents are gonna get back from their job that they had to do.
What job were they doing?
Cleaning my grandparents' lake house.
Oh, your grandparents' lake house.
But again, another thing we have to do is we have to re-record the beginning of the game.
Oh.
Because if you don't remember, and just remember, pretend that we don't know what happened, and everything will be fine. And then I'm gonna have to start editing that part because So originally, I was gonna do a let's play of a Fire Emblem. My plan was for Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn be my next LP after my current one is to Danganronpa another 2. But since we've been like focusing on this LP more, and I think it'll be easier to edit, I'll probably go do this LP instead. Yeah, once I do, I'm gonna get back to work. Because I don't know if you know this, but people who subscribe to my channel really wanted me to Let's Play Danganronpa another. Really wanted me to Let's Play Radiant Dawn. Yeah, I should probably spoil this right now. My next LP is going to be Radiant Dawn. I was talking to the audience.
Oh, your whole audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like a part of me wants to do it, but
Oh, you're saving that game.
no, not saving the game yet, but just doing grinding until we have enough for oh, 1 sec. Sorry, honey.
Oh, you're fine, sweetie.
Let's yeah, later I might even like stream the LP because stream your reaction to Team Fortress 2, like the Meet the Team videos. Because I remember showing you the Scout. Because TF2 is a silly game. Yeah, I might just try and just see what I could do fighting the boss. First, gotta go save the game, and then I'll change the party members. Oh yeah, something that happened when I was like watching the dub. Well, I saw a clip online that I told you this beforehand, but and you might get a little uncomfortable about it because it is a questionable joke. Yeah, we already saw this part. I mean, we got a decent amount of healing items. Alright, here we are. The final battle. And like I said, the puzzle things, which we were off by 1, and yikes. Oiga? Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's your turn to raid.
I can't see the screen.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. I am so sorry. Hold on. I do not know how that happened. It's loading. And it's loading.
All right, I see it. The energy's coming from here.
Yeah, just past the door. I can feel it. It's an empty, like, upstairs.
But it seems much stronger and more malevolent than ever before.
It's malevolent.
Malevolent, right. You must put an end to this evil energy, or else the palace...
Oh, yeah, I've mentioned this beforehand to you, Huega, but, the voice actress for the Viz dub for the Sailor Moon anime is actually Veronica Taylor. The voice of Ash in the Pokemon, that voiced Ash from Pokemon, was owned by 4Kids.
No, the entire Earth will fall to chaos.
Chaos. Jack Garland wants near location.
I know. It'll take more than some dark energy to stop me. I'll protect everyone, the entire Earth. Let's move out, girls. But... Chibi Moon, you're staying behind.
Why? Why did you let me fight on your side?
No, what if none of us make it? Then who'll defend Earth? Who'll protect Neo Queen Serenity and King Endymion? That's why you're staying, for your mom and dad's sake.
Okay.
All right, now let's decide who's gonna fight and who'll stay and keep things safe.
All right, I already picked. I might. Hold on 1 sec. Let me just check. Yeah, so basically we're going to try our best to do things, but...
Huh? This is where the Tower of Space-Time should be. But there's only darkness.
Suddenly this is a Kingdom Hearts game.
I've been waiting, sailor soldiers. Apsu, So it was you! Huh? Your bodies, it's... I have merged with Siri.
It's
Indeed, my appearance has grown grotesque, but my power is immeasurable.
Yes! Now feel the wrath of me being a crappy AI program and not hearing your thoughts. It was meant to be Sen, honey, but your reading in a Siri was just absolutely hysterical.
If I so desired, this palace could be naught but rubble in the blink of an eye. However, I shall not be sated until I have killed you with my own 2 hands. Moreover, were this place leveled, locating the silver crystal would become arduous. Know this, the final change of destiny shall be performed at the Crystal Palace. What in the world are you saying? The silver crystal and the Crystal Palace will never fall into your hands. Apsu, you've toyed with the destinies of the innocent. Tried to destroy their happy lives. It's time for you to pay for your misdeeds. I am Sailor Moon, and now in the name of the moon, I'll punish you.
And suddenly, God of Ruin. Yep, this is officially a Final Fantasy. This is suddenly a Final Fantasy boss. Yeah, as I said before, I saw the Viz dub, and I brought this up before, and you kind of ruined, you pretty much, ruined, probably made me not watch, Miraculous again, ever,
It's coming up on season 6.
But as I said, you brought this up to me, and I can't unsee it. But basically, that is your dad in the room?
Yeah, it's my dad.
Sorry.
Alright, continue.
As I said beforehand, you basically the voice actress for Sailor Mars in the Viz dub is Christina V.
Oh yeah, voice of Marinette Dupin Chang.
Yeah, the voice of Marionette. But this, and the only other things I know is that Cat Noir, I don't know his civilian identity's name.
Adrian Agrest?
I'll go with that. His voice actor is Bryce Papenbrook, and I'm sure I brought this up, that I brought up that I was a fan of Danganronpa, but But thing is, Christina V and Bryce Papenbrook did voice work in Danganronpa, and their characters actually had ties to one another. And Christina V played literally the most evil child to ever exist ever of all time, Monica Toa. And Bryce played Tumblr's favorite questionably mentally insane edgelord, Nagito Komaeda. This guy obsessed with hope and very, very insane. And in Danganronpa Ultra Sparrow Girls, which is the game Monica appears in, she was the main. Nagito was basically the servant of the Warriors of Hope, who were like the game's main antagonists. And basically, yeah, things got out of hand real fast. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, and that I can never unhear it. Just Shoryuken that thing? Yeah, this boss, to my knowledge, has a fairly large amount of health. 1,200,000 HP is this boss's health, and as I said, it actually is like a weaker version of the boss, but involves us losing, which means, and apparently in these kinds of games, you try to get the best ending. You have to, apparently to my knowledge, in order to get the best ending, you have to beat this boss as yeah, granted, like in the weaker version boss is
Looks like it's a little too low.
No, like I said, it's Sailor Jupiter is Venus is probably our best line of defense right now, of offense right now, and and I even like kind of brought this up beforehand, but about Neon Genesis Evangelion, this very, very popular and very convoluted anime that you're probably not gonna know much about. Basically, there's a character in Neon Genesis Evangelion named Rei Amamiya, I think is her name. I don't know much about.
Right? You mean?
Yeah, like I said, that Rei, but basically the staff who worked on Neon Genesis Evangelion, there was like some producer, some director that was working on the Sailor Moon anime at the time that was kind of known for being kind of like a weird, like artsy, like. Basically, he was kind of a weird guy. I don't know the guy's hold on. Rei Ayamami was the character's name, but Rei is Ava. Was named after the Rei from Sailor Moon. Basically, it was done to try and get this guy named Kunihiko Ikahara, who was a director in Sailor Moon at the time. That's kind of known for just kind of being like eccentric, like kind of like known for making like more surreal experiences. And their plan was trying to get Rei so that he could work on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Didn't really work. Another thing I know is that at some point, Ami was supposed to be like in this series, Ami was supposed to be like a robot at the late 7 and die at some point, but that didn't happen, thank God, because to my knowledge, everyone loves Ami for some reason. Something that kind of happened recently was that there was a Pokemon. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, I remember like this brought us up was that the actress that played the actress that played Ami in the Viz dub was the same lady that played Uzuki in The World Ends With You. Which I would like to remind everybody, I absolutely do not like that character. Yeah, I'm probably gonna bring up the calculator just to make things go a lot faster. What?
Uh-oh, Zero Zen.
Oh, no, that's good. This is the final boss, remember?
Grr, again? I am defeated. But I shall merely return to trifle with your destinies
I think it's
once
trifle.
more.
Quick to the moon! Destroy Apsu with the silver crystal.
Right. Moon cosmic power!
How?
Ow! No, my body! Ah!
And there's Sin again, I guess. Where am I?
Near the Crystal Palace.
Why did you save me? We're enemies. I didn't know. What are the types of God with love? I guess Sailor Moon's kindness is rubbing on her. I lost everything. But your friends are innocent and your brother too. Sin. I've got you right.
Anshar was quite worried about you, Sin. You can say that again. But Sin, you should have let us know you were okay or something. Jeez. Uh-huh. Anyway, it's good. You're all right. You know, this kid was crying over you.
Hey, promise not to tell. Sorry, everyone. And thank you.
What are you going on about? You don't need to apologize. That's right, Sin. It's because of you that we're all still here. You helped us come all this way. Yeah, totally. You made us all into super great friends.
If I had provided the voice of her, I would have made her given her the Kizuna voice.
Ooh, or maybe it's all thanks to Apsu. This girl's spouting nonsense again.
So now she's onto something. It might be possible for Apsu to get us all together.
See? Never doubt. The incredible Ishtar. Sheesh.
Princess! Chibiusa. Yeah! This belongs to you. Oh, my pendant! I thought I lost it during the parade! Thank you! And all along. I was just holding on in case I could give it back. It's okay. We can really see each other again. Sure! Kiss. And then they kiss. Bye, Anshar! Yep, he's the Jataro and she's the Kotoko.
Way to go, Chibiusa.
What? So is Anshar your boyfriend now? You saw? Then again, you did kiss your dad at one point, if I'm correct. Can I explain the context of that? Mamo, you'll be at the big top. That's just wrong. I guess Chibiusa is already at that age. Yeah, well, that's great after all. You'll say, love. Birds of the feather cluck together. I'm pretty sure it's flock together, you wanker. That's true. Jimmy, your brother and John are love loving sisters.
Ooh, I wouldn't go that far. I must now return to the Tower of Space-Time. Stay safe, everyone. Sailor Moon, take care of Small Lady. Don't worry, I will. And Lady, remember not to give in to selfishness.
I'm never selfish.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Bye. Oh. Well, it's all over now.
Yeah. Destiny is quite an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah, something to feel like I'm being controlled by an invisible force.
But that isn't true.
Yeah, it'll be easy to say it, just destiny to give up. Aye, I've seen with destiny of true love, you wanker. It all thanks to Sorga here.
Hey, you're embarrassing me.
What's wrong, love? Is it another enemy?
Hataru?
I'm okay.
I'm okay. My destiny's just returning to normal. That's right, Hataru was a baby before all of this started.
Yeah, she looks like a little girl again.
Sorry, Chibiusa, but it's time to say goodbye.
Don't go!
It's sad that we have to say goodbye a second time, but I hope we can play together again someday.
Otaro!
Sagi, everyone? I'm happy to have fought by your side. I thought about using my power to return all to nothing, but it's a relief that it wasn't needed. Stay well, everybody.
And she fades from existence. I think it's only going home now.
Well, goodbye, everyone.
I'll be praying we don't have to fight another battle.
But if something does go wrong, be sure to let us know. I guess I'll see the rest of you tomorrow.
Bye, love. And there's Artemis. I kept forgetting. I think that's plot forgot about him. Bye, Usagi. See you at school, you wanker. Usagi, it's time for our exam. Let's do our best.
Ugh.
Hang in there. All right, Usako. Time for you to hit the books.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Also, isn't he like a lot older than her?
Chibiusa? It's time for dinner.
Okay.
We're home.
And then she enters her room one more time. So that, my friends, ladies, gents, MBs in between, was Sailor Moon, Another Story. I mean, by RPG standards, it's no masterpiece, but, I mean, I guess it's fine for Sailor Moon fans, I guess. So, I don't know if I'm going to do another Let's Play with Huega or not. I just thought this was like a fun little thing to do.
Such a fun story.
Yeah, as I said before. And like I said, Huega, we have to record like part 1 all over again. Don't worry. So as I said, what am I going to do after this? Well, I kind of already spawned my next LP. Fire Emblem Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, since you guys really wanted me to do Radiant Dawn. And last I checked, I don't think the developer of this game was published. Shoutouts to any Sailor Moon fans that kind of watched this. I have not. I only watched like the first 10 episodes, but I think it's enough for me to at least know at least a decent amount of knowledge. But like I said, if you guys want me to do another Let's Play of want Hueka to appear in another Let's Play, I'd be willing to. I just gotta find a good way to record the screen and maybe show her something. But like I said, I'm probably gonna have to cancel my subscription for Zoom after this. And like I said, shout out to all these fine guys who localized this game, who spent all this time localizing a Super Nintendo game that came out in 1997. And as I said, I don't know if the actual creator of Sailor Moon was involved with the creation of this game, because see, again, I don't know if it's like the last Sailor Moon game that came out back at the height of this franchise's popularity, because like I said, I do not know if the creator of Sailor Moon was involved with this game. All right, well, we must end the LP right here. Like, subscribe, all that spexy stuff. Have a good night. J-Man out.